love the pure, I don't know. I just find it to be a beautiful,
oh my gosh,
beautiful little book.
It's working.
It's great to
It's
get
working.
kids
It's alive.
I don't know.
It's
There are a lot of books that I
alive.
love. Man, that's a tough question because there's so many things that I really, really like depending on the
I was
book.
watching
So I don't wanna...
a fellow YouTuber, Jedi Bunny. She's pretty cool. I'm liking her videos already. So I put her on pause. I was waiting to get this working. Finally figured it out. And welcome to WyzGyz Entertainment. This is your host, Wyman. Yes, as you might have seen if you bothered to watch the first quote-unquote stream, then you will have, let me see, I guess the one user that is showing this here is me. Because no one's in chat right now. I better do an intro. Oh man, I'm doing everything out of order. Welcome again to WyzGyz Entertainment. This is your host, Wyman. I am doing part 2 of the live stream, which is our 0 subscriber celebration. That's right. We've got no subscribers whatsoever. So just want to put it out there. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Bump, bump. Fist bump, fist bump. Backflip, backflip. Yeah. So I was recording for 30 minutes, and then I realized, oh my gosh, I'm doing a so-called stream via OBS, not via YouTube. So when I went to visit my YouTube page from my phone, I couldn't see anything, I couldn't see any live streams going on. But now, well, what happened is, after some fiddling around and some troubleshooting, I found that the channel, that YouTube's streaming is not supported on my version of the Safari web browser. So I am using, just as reference here, Safari version 13.0.3, specifically 13608.3.10.10.1. And I'm running this on Macintosh OS High Sierra version 10.13.6. So that gives you an idea what the age is. And this is the latest version of Safari available for Mac on this version of their OS. So I'm already at the max. So YouTube, unfortunately, did not support this version. They probably will in the... they probably have support for the newer Mac OSs as well as newer versions of Safari. But until then, they advise that I go and do... download Chrome. So now I have Chrome installed, and it's working like a champ. No problems thus far. Let me go ahead and enter a greeting here. Come on over and sit a spell. Tell me something about yourself. You say you like my daughter, do you now? Yeah, we think she's something else. She's a daddy, her daddy's girl, her mama's world. She's something. Come on over and say the spell. Now tell me about yourself. You say you like my daughter, do you now? Yeah, we think she's something else. She's a daddy's girl, her mama's world. She deserves. Oh man. I capped out at 200 characters. So 200 characters at a time. It's almost like a slightly enhanced version of Twitter. Uh, she's a daddy's girl, her mama's world. She deserves the very best. That's what she'll get. Let me see. Come on over and sit a spell. Now tell me about yourself. You say you like my daughter, do you now? Yeah, we think she's something else. Oh, I misspelled something. I pride myself in good spelling and grammar, and I hate when I make a mistake. Uh, so come on over and sit a spell. Now tell me about yourself. You say you like my daughter, do you now? Yeah, we think she's something else. She's a daddy's girl, her mama's world. She deserves the best, that's what she'll get. And I think that it's something along the lines of, now ain't that right, son? Now you'll all go and have some fun. I'll sit here waiting till you get back. I'll go and have some fun. I'll sit here waiting to. Now ain't that right, son? Now you go all and have some fun. I'll be sitting here waiting all night. I'll be sitting out here waiting on the front. Wait. Let's see. Come on over and sit a spell. Now tell me about yourself. You say you like my daughter, do you now? Yeah, we think she's something else. She's a daddy's girl, her mama's world. She deserves the best, that's what she'll get. It's what she'll get. Now, ain't that right, son? Now you all go out and have some fun. I'll see you when you get here. Oh, all right. I'll see you when you get back. Probably be up all night still cleaning my gun. I just love that song. Oh my gosh. That's one of my favorite songs. You know, parents can relate when you've got, especially girls, when you've got daughters, and they're meeting all these suspicious looking punk boys. You want to put the fear of God in them and make sure they respect you, and especially her. Otherwise, you want to rip their throats out. So, yeah, welcome to the parenting stream. No, just kidding. This is all about entertainment. Have some fun. Have some fun. Yeah, so as I was saying, I started the stream in OBS and I was on it for half an hour. And about 28, 29 minutes in, I realized that I probably want to be streaming live through YouTube so that I have some sort of chat dialogue box in case anybody does happen to pop in. Maybe someone is driving by late at night, comes across my YouTube channel. Their car suddenly breaks down. They're out in the middle of nowhere. All they see is my dark YouTube channel. And they timidly approach the house, hoping someone helpful will be there to be of help. Someone who can maybe fix a flat tire, recharge, jump their battery, something along those lines, so they can be on their way. Only to find you can come in, but you can't come out. Yep. Man, why did you know? Are you like this? Sometimes you'll be in the middle of thinking about something, and your mind is on focused on one thing, and then suddenly a song pops into your head that somehow relates to what you were thinking about, or something you were thinking about. Maybe a keyword triggered you into thinking of or remembering a particular song or some song lyrics. And I don't know why, but what came to mind just now is Martika's Tin Soldiers. So it's something like step by step, heart to heart, left, right, left, we all fall down like toy soldiers. Dun, 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 dun. It wasn't my intention to mislead you. Never should have been this way. What can I say? And then I was thinking, wait, what? Oh, I think the song is called Sarah. You should have been gone after all that we've been through. You should have been gone after all. Something. Oh man, I love music, and I like to karaoke lots of songs, but there are many songs where I'll sing the lyrics I do remember, and then I'll have to either make up the rest or I'll hum the parts of the tune. Actually, maybe we'll take a moment to do a little karaoke segment. I don't know how many of you 0 viewers, 0 subscribers are aware, but there's this awesome, I can't praise him enough, awesome YouTuber named Overlord DVD. Go to his channel, subscribe. He recently hit 100,000 subscribers, literally, I think within the last day or two. And that's freaking impressive. And he's one of my favorite YouTubers because he also goes goes through reviewing pop culture topics, and he's among a group of YouTubers I have high respect for, that I'm a big fan of, and whose videos I watch a lot of. I'm sorry, I was looking for my water bottle. I need to refresh myself because I tend to eat a lot, even though I'm now cooking for myself, as opposed to making stupid packages of ramen noodles. And if I eat lots of food, but I don't, at least drink comparable amounts of liquid, then I quickly fall into a food coma. So you might see me pass out and snore in the middle of a stream one day. Hopefully not. So far, it's never happened. But then again, I think this is only my second technical physical stream. It's obviously my first quote unquote stream through YouTube, but because the other two were via OBS, and it was like a stream that I guess nobody is able to jump into and watch while you're doing it, and then you save it as a file just as you would record a regular video, and then you upload it to YouTube. So I haven't figured out all the ins and outs. As you can see, my production value is real low. I'm using a 9-year-old computer and over 10-year-old audio video camera, webcam. And I have a Wacom drawing tablet that is USB, and that's easily over 10, 12 years. So I've got some new current equipment. Well, no. Well, even my desktop computer nowadays is considered old. But, in the Mac world, computers tend to last you 10 to 15 years before you really officially need to replace it. But anyway, getting back to the food, to avoid going into food coma and to keep myself refreshed, I have water bottles. So, bottoms up. Ooh, yum. I like water. I mean, I for many years have been heavy into coffee and sodas and just about everything. Green teas in general, Earl Grey, chamomile, green tea, water. But I'm trying to cut back on my soda and my coffee intake because they're loaded with caffeine, and that's not good for your blood pressure. And it's not good to have too much sugar in your diet. Well, and I also happen to be a huge candy lover, and I don't want to end up having diabetes one day. So, you notice that reflection in the, let's see, no, it's this side. Okay. So this is like a mirror, whereas with OBS, it seemed like it was reverse. So this reflection is from, my movie poster frames. They have like a glassine, plastic, clear, translucent cover to them. So the light's reflecting off of that. And the light obviously is coming from my two monitors as well as my wax melter that I have here. Usually I have it located higher, but today I have it on my art desk where it's easy to get to. Yeah, so where was I? Yeah, so food, water. Excuse me. Oh, so Overlord DVD, also known as Dictor Van Doomcock. He's freaking funny. Is kind of laid out sort of like Mystery Science Theater 3000. He wears a mask and everything, has a voice changer. But, his opinions and his critiques are sound. I'm thinking of doing like separate videos where I showcase fellow YouTubers and explain why I'm a big fan of them. I really need to get a better handle on this technology and figure out how to better make use of the interface so I can start showing web pages and videos and inserting sound clips and stuff into my videos so that you don't have to get bored looking at my face all the time. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, and another thing I like about him is his videos. He does these Friday night frolics, and excuse me, they can easily be hours in length. And when he does those, he occasionally has guests on, but he's very much his one-man show. He, man, he's got a great memory, and he can actually sing. And I love the singing he does. He knows a lot of the early stuff. Now, the thing about it is he's very good about making sure that he doesn't infringe on copyrights. When it comes to music, there are a couple different types of copyrights you could be dinged for if you incorporate them in your YouTube videos on your channel. One is the obvious blatant ripoff where you play a length or segment of a given song for an extended period of time, and then they ding you there. But the other type, based on what I was reading in YouTube's copyright information, even if you are doing things like karaoke and basically singing the lyrics, the very fact that you are singing the lyrics and have a similar tune is enough to be written up, which is freaking crazy. I always thought that well, that's another topic for another video too. What do you know? It just kind of writes itself. But the way I always viewed karaoke type singing is because you're singing with your own voice, which obviously you own. You are singing another person's property, true, but at the same time, you, in the very fact from using your own voice, you're using your own instrument, and thus I would think it would be protected and not enforceable under copyright law to get dinged by. In other words, I feel that karaoke style singing, it should be treated along the lines of, I guess the term is parody, or not satire, but parody, like what Weird Al Yankovic does. Although he's got a lawyer and he reaches out to the original artist to request their permission to parody their song. Now, if you're doing karaoke and you're also using the music that's ripped off the original, and it's not like an interpretation of the original music, then I can see how there could be a case for enforcing it. But generally speaking, if you're literally just singing it, even if it is close to the tune and the way that the original was presented, I don't think it should be enforceable under copyright laws. Anywho, so Dictor Van Doomkog, he does all these songs, and he's pretty darn good at it. I would venture to say he's much better than me, but that's not much of a stretch. but he makes it a point to do his research and make sure any song that people request, subscribers request he sing, or those that he wants himself to sing, that they are now part of the public domain. So old songs, I think from the 40s, 50s, 60s, after being out a certain number of years, they fall into public domain territory, meaning you can now, sing and play back that music and stuff. And so he sticks to that. Most of my music background is just singing karaoke style and singing in the shower. Nothing professional. Just the kind of stuff you sing on your own for fun, or when you were a little kid and you used to sing with like the rest of the class. And since I'm not presently monetized, I might just sing the music I know, which is predominantly, well, I'm a big fan of 60s through 80s music, but a lot of the songs I know are from the 80s. At the same time, I like all kinds of genres and songs from the earlier years. So I like most music, actually. Let's see here. I like folk. I like pop. I kind of think some of the K-pop is kind of fun, even if I don't know the lyrics. But K-pop is Korean pop music that's become really popular in the States as of late. And sometimes they use like broken English, so you'll recognize words here and there. But they're popular with the young girls and stuff, because they have a lot of boy bands like what were popular in the 80s here in the States. K-pop bands, well, they're also girl groups too, but I liken them to like the US equivalents of, excuse me, New Kids on the Block, NSYNC, 98 Degrees, that kind of stuff. Let's see, I also enjoy country. I like classic rock. I like top 40s hits. I like some jazz. I like occasional classical. Although sometimes if I listen to classical too much or instrumental only too much, then I'll have a tendency to get bored and kind of nod off. I like early rap, specifically in the 80s rap. I don't like the heavy hardcore rap that's full of demeaning women and treating them like garbage and full of profanity. I mean, after all, you've got some songs that are loaded with profanity. What kind of creativity is there to sing something that includes so much profanity? My take on profanity is, if you're going to use it, you best have a legit, really good reason to use it. So, as an example, let's say you lose a body part. Let's say you're in war and your arm gets blown off. Then, hey, you're well justified to say the F word. Let's say let's say someone punches you real hard and you lose all the teeth in your mouth. Yeah, with a gummy grin, by all means, spout off profanities. Let's say you're in an aircraft and it goes down and you're the only survivor, then sure, spout off your profanities. Suppose you get in a car accident and the other driver was discovered to have been drunk, or they were an idiot and they were texting on their phone instead of paying attention to driving. Well, when you got in the accident, you wake in the hospital and you find out that the lower half of your body is paralyzed for the rest of your life. Yeah, spout off profanity. So, yeah, those are the kinds of cases where I think profanity is justified. But you listen to some of the music kids listen to these days, and every other word's the F word or the P word, which is the feminine, the female anatomical part. It makes no logical sense. That's why that word is even being used. So that's what irritates me about a lot of today's music. Like there's no creativity, there's no talent. People, especially rap artists, most artists don't know how to play musical instruments nowadays. They rely on synthetics, or they rely on other people to play the music for them, which is fine too. But I think there's something lost, and appreciation is lost if you're a performer or an artist in the music industry and you don't know how to play instruments. I personally respect artists more when they know how to play the instruments that are used in their songs. Okay, so what else should we go over? All right, so I'll try and sing a song or two of things that I do know most, or if not all, of the lyrics on. Let's see. All right. Yeah, so I don't know if you're anything like me, but I do that weird thing where, I don't know if it's weird, or how common it is, but when I'm not singing to a musical track, like there's no background music for that song playing, and I'm just doing it in the silence of my room by myself, then I'll sometimes, hum part of the music portion just to kind of keep track of where I am in the song. So this will be one such example. Let's see. I've never seen so many. Oh wait. I've never seen you looking so lovely as you did tonight. I've never seen you shine so bright. I've never seen so many men ask you if you wanted to dance, looking for a little romance, if given half the chance. And I've never seen the dress you're wearing, or the highlights in your hair that catch my eye. I have been blind. The lady in red is dancing with me, cheek to cheek. There's nobody here. She's dancing with me. It's where I wanna be. I hardly know this beauty by my side. I'll never forget the way you look tonight. Dun, 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 dun. I've never seen you looking so gorgeous as you did tonight. I've never seen you shine so bright. You were amazed. I've never so many men want to be there by your side. But when you turned to me and smiled, it took my breath away. And I've never seen the dress you're wearing or the highlights in your hair that catch my eye like I do tonight. The lady in red is dancing with me. Cheek to cheek. There's nobody here. She's dancing with me. It's where I wanna be. I hardly know. Whoa, 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 whoa. This beauty by my side, I'll never forget. Dun, 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 the way you look tonight. I never will forget. Dun, 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 the way you look tonight. Dun, 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 the lady in red. Dun, dun, the lady in red. Dun, 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 the lady in red. Dun, 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 the lady in red. Dun, 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 the lady in red. The lady in red. The lady in red. The lady in red. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. What's that other song I wanted to sing? Yeah, one of my favorite songs ever of all time. And I don't know if I can upload the video or maybe I'll sing another version of it from scratch. But I had one video taken when I was in a bar. And they had a karaoke setup. And I sang one of my favorite songs ever, which is Louis Armstrong's It's a Wonderful World. And I just think it's so upbeat and positive. And it's just looking at everything almost from a children's perspective, you might say. There you have it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry. So I'm going to oh yeah, nice. sometimes it's challenging to drink a lot of water all at once, and other times it's pretty easy. I guess it's almost like it's a mood thing. Like you got to be in the mood to drink a lot of water in order to do so. Excuse me. Yeah, so I love It's a Wonderful World. The challenge is I often mix lyrics up, and sometimes I forget what order they come in. And sometimes I just get the lyrics wrong entirely. Um, I think I'll save that for another time. Because I don't think I do justice. And since I'm out of practice, I would most definitely screw it up really, really bad. Let me see. What's another good one? One of the songs I want to learn how to sing is Get Over It from the Eagles. That's a song I believe is intentionally kick-ass. The song that's intended to, wake the sissies up and tell them, grow a thicker skin instead of being so sensitive. So, there are times in life where it is necessary to be sensitive, I would argue, or where it pays to be sensitive. But, if you're butthurt over every little thing, then, you got to grow a thicker skin if you're going to survive in the world. But I don't know. Oh, what's this? I got a notification. Oops. Oh. Wait, this today? Today's the 20th. Oh my gosh. All right. So basically what's going on is I got a pop-up notification. Excuse me. That Anna, that also known as a Star Wars girl, is they're going to broadcast the Jack show very shortly, any minute now, in fact. Oh man, today's Thursday. Oh, durr. I forgot the Jack show is always every Thursday night. Typically goes on for hours, 4 to 6 hours in length. Let me see. I activated a reminder. Oh, interesting. I guess it's running late. Oh, it's going to be 11:30 today. So I'll go on for at least another half hour. I don't know if I'm going to catch their channel live, their stream live. I often come halfway towards the end of their streams. Actually, that happens with most streams nowadays. I come across them late because I'm usually doing other stuff at the time they actually broadcast. But that's a fun show. I hope one day to achieve the status of being a fun show as well. And I'm just kind of keeping an eye on my notifications and whatnot, just in case something crazy happens. So far, we're still at 0 subscribers. So celebrate good times. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. Celebrate good times. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. There's a party going on right here. A celebration to last throughout the year. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We're gonna celebrate and party with you. Come on now. Celebrate We're gonna celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We're gonna celebrate and have a good time. It's time to go together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world. Come on. Come on. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times. Come on. Excuse me. Yeah, at one point I was thinking of joining the choir in college, but never got around to it. I was taking full credits, and full credits for me was only 16 units a quarter. I was having challenges staying up with that. And they say for every unit of coursework you do, expect to have up to 3 hours dedicated to doing homework and or lab work. And because I was studying electronics at the time, electronics and computer engineering, or engineering technology, electronics mostly, most of my classes had labs. So for every hour you spend in class or in the lab, tack on an extra 3 to 4 hours every day in your schedule, expected to be used studying in order to keep up with the coursework. So that's my tip from me to you for all you college-bound students. Actually, it's a good tip to keep in mind for even when you're in middle school and high school. Keep up those grades because they're going to pay off in the long run. And just when it comes to like high school and earlier, instead of the ratio being 1 hour of coursework equals 3 to 4 hours of extra study time on your own, I would say for high school and earlier, every hour of coursework is at least 1 to 2 hours of studying on your own and doing homework. So keep up with all that good stuff. Keep up those grades. Yeah, I know my channel is entirely flagged as adults only, but if any kids happen to sneak in here, excuse me, that's my advice to you when pursuing higher education. Okay, so let's see. Boom, 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 boom. When the light is come, boom, 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 and the land is dark, and the moon is the only life we'll see. Boom, 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 boom. No, I won't shed a tear. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. Dun, dun, dun. At the mountain that we look upon, dun, 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 should crumble and fall. Over the mountain, I messed up again. Or the mountain should crumble to the sea. I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. Dun, 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 dun. Ding, 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 Darling, darling, stand by me. Well, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. Whenever there is trouble, you just stand by me. Well, stand by me. Well, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. Ah, yes, yes, yes. I don't know if you're like me, but it feels good to sing it out, to belt it out. I mean, you don't have to be good at singing, and I obviously am not, but I think I'm okay at karaoke. And, as long as you can follow a bouncing ball and, or as long as you can read lyrics and you have a sense of how the song is meant to be sung, then, anyone could do karaoke. And that's why it's one of those things I will occasionally spatter throughout my channel. Most everything obviously is going to be pop culture in nature. A lot of sci-fi, fantasy. Excuse me. Big into Star Wars. I also like the MCU. I also like the DC universe. And I'll go into further detail in other videos. Let's see. Excuse me. You know what sucks for some people like me? As you age and you go through puberty, some of the songs you used to be able to sing, you can't anymore. Like, I was huge into, well, I guess I still am huge into Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5. And I used to actually decently reach some of the higher notes. But ever since puberty, boom, I lost that ability. And now my voice cuts out after a certain level. And I guess after puberty, my voice is designed to serve the deeper voices, deeper sounds. I keep mixing up what the music terminology is for the deeper type of voice as opposed to the higher pitched voices when singing. What's this? Okay. A different YouTuber notification. Yeah, so I'm subscribed to a lot of people. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I definitely have a lot of YouTubers I enjoy watching and highly respect. And they are kind of the reason, excuse me, why I want to get into this as well. I want to create a channel, hopefully gain a following. But as of right now, we are 53 minutes into our 0 subscriber celebration, and we're still at 0. Oh man. But I'm still going to be creating more content. Eventually, I guess you might say I'm going to try and follow the mantra, if you build it, they will come. Eventually, maybe with enough of my building content and continuously tagging things, eventually I'm hoping it'll draw an audience. And I know part of it is the fact that my production quality is really low right now. I don't think it makes a difference, but my video is running at 640 by 480 at 60 frames per second. So I think it does decent enough to get the message across. There are other YouTube channels like Geeks and Gamers with Jeremy, and he says he uses a cheap camera, although it looks like he uses a fancy looking mic. That's something I may or may not get down the road, but I've got what they call an Apple EyeSight, and it's basically a video web camera, or video conferencing camera, if you will, and audio mic all in one unit. And I actually bought a couple of them back when I could still find them used, because retail they were selling for like $200-$300 each, but used or pre-owned I was buying them at about $120, I guess. So I decided to buy two. That way, I'll use one, and then if it breaks down, then I'll have a backup. But then I didn't excuse me. I ended up not using it as much as I thought I would. And in part because I guess I didn't have a lot of friends. Much less those who also had webcams. So, yeah, I don't know. Man, I'm getting the sense like my body wants to go into a food coma. Before my when I started the OBS video stream, I actually started in on one of two large Supreme Pizza Hut pizzas that I bought. So I bought that for the celebration itself. I thought I was going to eat more than the one large Supreme pizza with traditional hand-tossed crust and a garlicky butter coat on the crust. But I think I'm just going to have to stop at one large pizza. I also have, in the fridge, I have 3/4 of an apple pie left that I was going to include as part of the celebratory stream, but I'm feeling full suddenly, so I don't think I'll eat that today. I also have a full pecan pie. It's chocolate pecan pie. So I'm looking forward to trying that, but I'm not going to get to the pies until a day or two later at the very earliest. Excuse me. So one moment, please. Please excuse me while I put this pizza in the fridge. My backup pizza, if you will. Excuse me. What's this? Broken plastic or something, I guess. All right. Excuse me. Okay, so I guess I'll stay in here a little longer, and then I might get off in roughly 15 minutes and catch all right, it's about 12 and a half minutes before the Jack show starts. That's the show that excuse me, they hold every Thursday night. I don't know if it's always 11 Eastern, but Anna, also known as that Star Wars girl, is on the West Coast in California, where I'm originally from. And I think she's the one hosting this week. And I think it is a weekly thing. I don't remember. I think it's a weekly show. And it's every Thursday. Excuse me. And as I mentioned before, it's with most streams, I don't catch them until later or after they've started and are a couple hours into it. It's kind of rare these days for me to actually be on time for a stream. So I think I'll just shoot the crap a little more. Let me see if I can think of any other neat songs to sing. Oh, yeah. So I was talking about Michael Jackson and how I enjoyed singing his stuff. It's just I felt pre puberty that I was able to hit the higher notes better than I do now. I don't even feel I can successfully hit many high notes at all these days. So let's see. So I try to get around it by making other sounds, you might say. Let's get some water. You know that I was talking about the Jack Show, and then I jumped the rails and went on to another tangent. So you've got Anna, also known as that Star Wars girl. You have John Malin. He's a comic book artist. Anna is a concept artist. Then you've got Kelsey Shannon, who's also a comic book artist. And then you have Cecil of Cecil Says, who he's an entertainer for sure. He's such a crack up. He's a personality. He's a YouTube personality is how I describe him. He's always drinking booze of one type or another. But then so is Kelsey when he attends the streams. But they're called the Jack Show. Each letter representing the first name of each of their members' names. So that's coming up in a few. And then I was also going to add, whenever I drink, a lot of times when I drink something, I think of another YouTuber, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. He'll often makes a comment before he drinks something like a sip of water for the working man, or a sip of grape juice for the working man. So that's the kind of stuff that pops in my head whenever I'm about to take a swig of something. You may have noticed I'm not drinking from a cup or a water bottle. Excuse me. I try and maintain a bunch of bigger bottles in my fridge. So when I'm done drinking a bottle of juice, for example, then I'll refill it with water. If I'm done drinking a bottle of milk, then I'll refill it with water. If you've ever heard of that, I guess it's a Mexican drink called Tampico, which tastes very much like a Sunny Delight. Then once I'm done with it, then I'll refill it with water. And then I maintain several bottles full of water in the fridge. That way I can just pull one out whenever I'm thirsty. Let's see. You knock me off my feet now, baby. Ooh. Ow! Go on, girl. Hey, pretty baby with the high heels on. You give me a fever like I've never ever known. You're just a product of loveliness. I like the move of your walk, your talk, your dress. I feel a fever from miles around. Dun, dun, dun. I'll pick you up in my car and we'll paint the town. Just hold me, baby, and tell me twice that you're the one for me. The way you're making me feel, the way you make me feel. You really turn me on. You really turn me on. You knock me off my feet now, baby. Woo! My lonely days are gone. My lonely days are gone. I like this feeling you're giving me. Just hold me, baby, and I'm in ecstasy. No, I'll be working from 9 to 5 to buy you things to keep you by my side. I've never felt so in love before. Dun, dun, dun. I'll pick you up in my car and we'll paint the town. Kiss me, baby, and tell me twice that you're the one for me. The way you're making me feel, the way you make me feel. You really turn me on. You really turn me on. You knock me off my feet now, baby. Oh, my lonely days are gone. My lonely days are gone. Ooh. Hey, brother. Mm, 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 mm. Oh! The way you make me feel. Ooh, you really turn me on. Knock me off of my feet. My lonely days are gone. The way you make me feel. Oh! You're really turning me on. You knock me off of my feet. My lonely days are gone. If you remember the music video, that's the sound of the fire hydrant. That was supposed to be the extended version. Yeah, so there's a taste of how goofy I can be. The challenge with drinking so much liquid at a time or eating so much at a time is that you have a tendency to have the hiccups or burps. So I apologize for any burping you may encounter. And as you can see, I haven't gotten the hang of how to properly space out the lyrics or where to time when to take a breath. So that's why it sounds like I'm winded or I'm singing too much without taking a breath. So yeah, let me check something out real quick. I'm just gonna do it on another screen since I don't know how to incorporate it into this window here. Away, 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 away. go away, away. Boom, 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 boom. So, I'm saying I'm some makusa. 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 Shoot, where did it go? Where did it go? It just dawned on me. I forgot to announce this through social media. That probably would have helped. Hello? Hello? That's goofy. Yeah, it probably would have helped if I put something in social media reminding people that I was going live. Live and learn, live and learn. Okay, so what did we do? Okay, humana. All right, so I wanted to. I know it's awful late to announce it, but I'm just about to conclude part 2 of my 0 subscriber celebration. Pop in within the next few minutes. If you dare. Let's see, that. Share now. And then I wanted to look at oh man. All right, let's see here. There's someone I know on Facebook who's got a bunch of favorite cute quotes. I think I'll read a few here. Well, this one's kind of inspirational. The world is moving so fast these days that the man who says it can't be done is generally interrupted by someone doing it. So true, so true. Boom, 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 boom. Throw me a freaking bone here. I'm the boss. Need the info. Boy, that's a bad impression of Dr. Evil from Austin Powers. Oh, man. It's got the short version of that. Let's see. I'm big into Bruce Lee, and one of his quotes is, "Your mind reflects to the body, and your body reflects back to your mind." I want to get the longer quote. It's the "Be water, my friend" quote you may be familiar with. Let's see, what else do we have here? Looking for a lover who won't blow my cover. She's so hard to find. Take it easy. Take it easy. Don't let the sand of your own wheels drive you crazy. Lighten up while you still can. Don't make it hard to understand. Take my hand and take it easy. Ooh, 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 ooh. Gonna take it easy. Gotta take it easy. So that was the Eagles. I love them too. I wish I saw them in concert. Let's see. Get high on life and clean living. Live long and prosper. Is it that way or that way? I think it's this. I think it's this way. Okay. If life hands you lemons, find a lobster to squeeze it on. Yep. It is a happy talent to know how to play. That's pretty deep. That's by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Lou Holt says, ability is what you're capable of. Motivation determines what you do. Attitude determines how well you do it. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty impressive. Let me find the. I really want to find it because I just love it. There was even someone who made a video, like a digital version of Bruce Lee, and man, that was pretty cool. I think I still have it somewhere on my computer. All right, let's see if we can do this right or with respect. You must be shapeless, formless, like water. When you pour water into a cup, it becomes the cup. When you pour water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. When you pour water into a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Water can drip and it can crash. Be like water, my friend. Yeah, there are slight variations on that, but I do like that. Let me see if I can quickly find a related one or a slightly different version of one. Huh. Okay, this might be a slightly longer version. Be like water making its way through cracks. Do not be assertive, but adjust to the object. and you shall find a way around or through it. If nothing within you stays rigid, outward things will disclose themselves. Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless like water. If you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. Put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put water into a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now, water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. Yeah, that's the one that I'm more used to. Yeah, so I will conclude this as the Jack Show is now live. Thank you, nobody but myself, for joining me. And we will consider this closed, and I'm going to go and jump on the Jack Show. Until next time, say la vie, say la vie. That's how the story goes. That's right. Say la vie, say la vie. That's just the way it goes. That's right. Alrighty. So let's end stream, and I'll go check on the Jack Show. Oh, thanks for joining me. Before I finally leave, please comment, like, and subscribe. I'll release new videos as soon as possible. I'll do a combination of recorded videos and that are uploaded and live streams. Now that I have live streams working with YouTube using Google Chrome, and I will see you soon. Like, comment, and subscribe to me on all social media outlets. You'll see in the About section and in most every channel, most every video description, until I learn how to fine-tune all this. And be sure and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And once you subscribe, you'll have available a bell icon for notifications. Mark that you want to receive all notifications so you don't miss a video or a stream. Thank you so much, and have a good night.